All right, welcome back. This is M-Dog, and I have decided we're going to fish at Winding Rivulet. I took the, I looked at the temperature of Belaya and just did not feel like this was the day to go to Belaya. So we are going to go. Sorry, I thought I just had it pulled up. I know there's a daytime spot that I wanted to try for Dace. All right, here it is. But there is a nighttime spot for rough, which there is a rough cafe order. There's also a bleak cafe order, so it's kind of tempting to just go bleak instead of Dace, but I at least want to try the Dace to see how reasonable the bite rate is. Sometimes I feel like without sandwich bait, which if you don't know, sandwich bait is holy cow casters. Just to have backup, I'm going to go ahead and buy a bait kit. If you don't know, what was I just talking about? Oh, sandwich bait is if you've leveled up your float fishing really far, you can use 2 baits at once. All right, so we're going to be catching primarily rough here. We may get an occasional other fish though. I kind of want to use a combination of worm and red worm. Kind of do what we've done in the past. Maybe use ground bait on one hook or one line, but not all of them. We're going all the way down to the corner. 99, 121. Wait, am I right on this? Yeah. Which it has been a long time since I have fished all the way down in this corner. Now we've gotten close here with that one spot recently, but this is all the way down. All right, so we need to, we actually probably don't have to worry about converting. Let's just use this one with worm. 22 is great. 10 clip. I have to watch the time though, because we probably want to get on that day spot before it gets kind of try it, as best we can first thing in the morning. So we're going 10 clip. We're going to use again a combination of, is this roach mix? Yeah. 22 is great. How many red worms do we have? Oh yeah. We use red worms on at least one. I actually don't think I mind having regular worm on 2 of them, and we'll even do a slightly bigger hook on this one. I don't think we have 322s, so we could either go 24 or 20, and I think I'll try 20. All right, so first fish is in fact a perch. To be fair, it's only 11:40, so it's early yet. We'll see how this plays. I just want to make sure I'm remembering where we're headed here. So, and if you're new and you're wondering about the app I just pulled up, as far as I know, it is no longer available. Although there's plenty of websites that do have the same functionality. All right, so it's actually up there back near camp. That's what I thought. All right, there's a rough. And just for tradition's sake, I actually did not check at all on what the cafe order was for rough. I just didn't pay attention. I just saw that there was one. I think it was very basic, so I'm not going to even worry about it. We're just kind of staying here till till it's time. I think we actually want to use a little larger hook. Yeah, 19 probably be good. And we're using casters. I can't pick it up right now because we've got 3 rods out. And we're using casters. We're going to go to 30 centimeter depth. Just kind of cast right there in front of us. So we'll see how this goes. See how this goes. So unfortunately, this is yet another episode that I was not able to get a stream in for. So this leveling series is definitely turning into a combination of Twitch created on Twitch versus straight to YouTube content. I am hoping to have a chance to stream a couple of episodes, possibly even tomorrow. Wow, the bite rate on the red worm, decidedly slower than the worm. So, I mean, we could have done some bream fishing at Old Berg, and we will need to do that. And I do want to get some more fishing at Belaya as we really start to aggressively save some silver up. But I didn't want to completely, you know, I really like some of this fishing at Winding and Mosquito. And plus, this is stuff, even if you're not caught up with the leveling series in terms of what level you are, this is stuff you can do basically from the start. Once you get your feeder rods, you can throw worms in at Winding or float fish with casters. Yeah, it seems like a nice little rough spot. So yet again, another nice little rough spot. There's plenty of these. I think, no, we still don't have a fish on red worm. Unreal. I think I want to take that ground bait off. Let's go ahead and do it just to make sure something weird's not happening with the ground bait. That's actually a pretty decent sized fish. It's kind of scared me. Just kind of worried it's going to snap, but so what do we think? Just like a really nice chub or something? I mean, a burbot wouldn't fight like this. Yeah, it's just a little chub. Of course, it hit our basic feeder, not one of our upgraded ones. But that is the way it goes. You could potentially get a burbot overnight in a spot like this. It's possible, at least. Well, we are not going through the red worms very quickly, are we? I mean, imagine, you know, if we were using 3 red worms, not that we wouldn't have caught any fish. We probably would have had some, but I mean, I think it would have been a lot slower. So worms, at least for the rough, are seemingly pretty good. Unless you're just trying to trophy it or something. I don't know what the benefit of red worms would be unless you're trying to trophy it. Now, red worms will catch other fish here that sometimes worms won't catch as often, so that could be the thing. Another marker rough. Another one. And still nothing on the red worm, and we don't have too much longer before we're going to go get set up for at least see if we can catch some dace. We finally have a fish on red worm. I don't want to pick it up too quick. See what it is and if it was worth the wait. So it was a rough. I mean, I think with red worm, maybe you're a little more likely to catch a Donitz rough, some of the, you know, the river mussels and zebra mussels and stuff. Alright, I think it's close enough time-wise. Let's go get set up. It's a fat rough, I'll give you that. You know, we could, just to check and see what it's looking like, put our second and third rod in the water at this next place. What did I say? 30 centimeter depth, I think. All right, where did we say we're going? 87,103. So let's go by the cafe. We kind of have to wrap back around there anyway. And let's just see if the rough order is complete. And also be reminded of the bleak order, because if the days seem really slow or something, like, we'll just go back to the pond and at least catch a few bleak if they're still active there. Although if we're going to go catch bleak, I think we'll grab a second telestick. I mean, it's totally worth it. Even if you spend, like, you know, 30, 40, 50 silver, whatever. I mean, I don't know how nice of one we would end up getting, but you're going to make that back in, like, just a couple of sessions by having that second rod out. for, oh, this is actually off the pier, isn't it? All right, let's just do something like this. We could totally catch some stuff right here. It's possible. All right, we're casting off here, and we just kind of want right in front of us, I think. Let's just see what kind of activity we get. Without sandwich bait, can we catch enough dace, or decent sized dace, to make this worth it? Are we going to get killed by roach and stuff? Are we not going to have any bites at all? What level are you? Oh my goodness. Alright, don't get discouraged too fast. It is... Oh, I forgot to go to the cafe. What are we doing? Tell you what. If we don't get a bite this time before it's like right here, I'm just going to pull it and run to the cafe. I mean, it's pre 5 a.m. It's a good chance that the bite rate will look a little different when it gets just a little bit later. Oh, is that a bleak? Is there? Oh, it's a rough. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, are we going to catch a few bleak here? With casters? That'd be cool. All right, rough order. 2 non-markers worth almost 12 silver. And that's pretty much it. The problem is this bleak order only has 11 hours left. So we're not going to get that one anyway, most likely. We could get this one pretty easily. Plenty of time. I don't see anything else we're going to get unless we happen to get that zebra mussel or river mussel order. But that's okay. I'm more interested in just like, can we catch some dace here? If not, let's grab another stick and just go see how many bleak we can catch in a few minutes. Because then we could do like pearl barley on one and horsefly on the other. It's a little risky. And if we end up catching just a bunch of junk here on these lines, I'll probably stop. Because they can cause us to miss a float bite, which is the main purpose for being here. All right, it's 540. I wonder if, and some of you may know this, I wonder how sensitive dace are to weather. Kind of an average day weather-wise, but I'm just curious. All right, I can just feel it. We're gonna catch a bunch of like undersized bream and perch here. We'll hang out on the red worm a little bit longer, but let's just focus on float for a minute and see. So I know we don't have sandwich bait, which I do wish we had for dace. We're right in that right. I like 18 to 20 for dace, 22, 24 for bleak. Kind of like where we are hook-wise. I'm going to cast a little farther out. That was a little farther than I intended, but we'll try it. It's 6 a.m., still very early. There we go. That is a good sign. So that was farther out. And sometimes with dace, especially again, we don't have sandwich bait. Sometimes we're not going to get a bite. It's not like bleak, but it doesn't take too many really nice dace to add up to a significant amount of silver for low level. Oh, shoot. Come on, go. Take it, take it, take it. I'm going to run out of... All right, I think we got it. Whew. Don't even know if it's a dace, but yeah, it is. See, 82 gram. That's nice. It's not... We really want the 100 gram, but that was nice. We almost ran out of real estate there, though. Hopefully the bite will come in a little bit quicker, not always down towards that end. Let's see what this is. Is it worth keeping redworm in? Okay, we'll try again. It's got me at least curious. I think if we didn't, I don't know, maybe if we didn't cast quite so far, and this wasn't as far, we don't run out of room quite as quick. I mean, that's a different spot. If it's going to bite down that far, that's really just a different spot. All right, let's try a little closer again. See if we can hit one. This is where if I'm on my main account, I'm feeling pretty good about things using sandwich bait here. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, that is what we want. That is the size we want. That's it. About the same spot. It's getting nibbles again. Ooh, nice disappear. Oh, man. Ooh, wow. Let's get them while the getting's good. Maybe we just start casting right in front of us. I don't know how long it has to drift. I think there's got to be a fish on our feeder. I feel like that line's moving around. Uh-oh. Are they gone already? Yeah, probably another little gudgeon. Alright, we're on the gudgeon. Uh-oh. Shoot. Was it gone? I think it was down. I think I actually missed it. That was such a quick bite. We haven't had one hit that quick before. If I saw it right, it was out of the corner of my eye. It might not have been anything, but I feel like it was. There we go. That looks like a bleak. Okay.
Last night, and JD is 0 for 2. There's your first out in the Boston fourth. Craig.
See if we get another bite here and what it is. The only thing I'm wondering is, are we just not hitting the consistency we would want to justify this? I mean, they're worthwhile when you hit them, but you do want a certain amount of consistency. All right, I'm going to try just at our feet here. A lot closer. Oh, not quite a marker though. All right, that's interesting. Let's go check and see. I mean, we had two that were almost the same size. Let's see what the 130 plus size Dace is worth. $7 silver. $7 silver a piece. That's why, compared to a 2 silver 50 gram bleak. That's why if you can catch them pretty quick, it is pretty good. We need 5 more of that size. Let's see if I'm comfortable justifying this or if it's a no-go. I'm always a little bit like, oof, like they're not that much, but then you're kind of like, oh, but they're a little bit. So look at this drop. Look at this change here. When you go from the starling stick to the walrus. And I'm assuming the difference is going to be the load capacity, 7.4 versus 6.1. So let's just get a starling stick. We can do some stuff with a starling stick. So what is it? 6.1. So the ideal line would be, can we get fluorocarbon? Like a 4.3. This stuff is just so expensive, and really the one we'd want is out of stock, right? We don't need to put fluorocarbon on for most of what we're doing. This line is a lot cheaper. We kind of do want 5. 5.6 is fine too, though. All right, so let's look into this here. We can't leader it. So we'll go 24 pearl barley, and we want to get one of our 22s, which I think is basically on our feeder rods. Is it on this one too? Yeah. So let's try a 22 with, how many flies do we have left? 12. They're pretty cheap here though, right? Yeah. All right, so let's get this to 17 centimeter, 17 centimeter, and let's just go try our little spot in the pond. Because we don't want to deal with the current. We're going to be fishing with 2 different rods. Let's just see how midday bleak are these days. Oh, let's be a good exercise. Hopefully we'll make enough silver with the between the rough cafe order and then everything else we caught to at least like pay for the telestick we bought. But I think we'll appreciate this, although this isn't probably strong enough to do too much fun stuff at Quarry, unless we're catching small fish. But it gives us a little bit longer rod. We want to go closer to 90% here, I guess. So that one has the fly. Now this is a longer stick, so it's just going to cast a lot farther. And then just for fun, we'll put the worm out. Catch some random stuff potentially. All right, now we just got to watch it. We should have time with your average bleak bite, even if it goes down immediately. We should have time to pick up the right one and pull it. So this is the one with the 22 hook, which we may find that it's just better to go 24 hook for the bleak, but so if there's roach here, we could just embrace the roach. There's a quick bite. There's a bleak. This is just a case of not having 2 24 hooks. But I do think 24 size hooks is just better for bleak on average. This is probably another roach. I just had a feeling that was about to happen. Alright, we are doing so much better on the pearl barley right now. But I'll tell you, I have a feeling it's more about the hook size than it is the pearl barley. Alright, what if we just, again, kind of embrace... I guess I'll try peas. Oh, we should do pearl barley. That's what I was searching for. I was like, what do we want to do here? Pearl barley. If we want to catch the roach, we want to do pearl barley. But let's see if a roach will bite on the peas for a minute. I know they do at Mosquito pretty well. I don't know if I've used them at Winding as much, though. Ah. Yeah, we're just getting roach, aren't we? All right. I'd love to be able to do a real test here, but it's hard when we got the wrong hook size. Bleak, bleak. Probably have to spend a little bit of silver to get 24. Yeah, because they're out of stock on that one. And the next one that actually has it are these. Ooh, they're out of stock here too. Oh, man. Those are some nice 19s, but... boy, that's brutal. We wouldn't want that anyway. I thought we were able to get 24 somewhere. Am I thinking of Old Berg? Or has just the stock changed? It could have been Mosquito, though. You know, so many people at Winding, that's where you're fishing for the bleak in particular, and so a lot of hooks go there. Yeah, look at that. There's a 24 in that style. None in that, though. What about this one? Nope. So, I don't know. I don't know if stock happened. It's weird that 24 is in stock here at Mosquito, but it might have been it got restocked or something. I do think that's where we got it early on, though, maybe. Earlier in the leveling series. Although I could be thinking of Old Berg or something as well. Who knows about Old Berg or Belaya? They could both have them. So it's a big deal that we can now test this with 24 hook. Just to rule out, is it the bait difference or is it the hook difference? My guess is it was the more the hook. I think we'll start seeing a better percentage of bleak on the horsefly as well. But we'll see. To me, it's just more entertaining in terms of playing the game, getting a second telestick, especially in this kind of situation where you're not fishing in the current, so it's not requiring like constant babysitting, and you're fishing for something like bleak where for the most part when you get a bite, you get a bite. So we can just kind of watch it and then pull it. Now that bite was too quick. But I guarantee you that was bleak. If you can see the first nibble like there, I guess you have a better chance of being on top of it. I never changed this bait. I wanted to see how Pearl Barley did. That's a roach on the feeder. Well, I'll say that. It could be a crucian or a gibble too. I mean, pearl barley will catch a lot of things, but it's a slow nibble. I feel like that's a nibble on the pearl barley, right? Yes. Now this is what we've noticed before, and it was hard to compare because we only had, oh shoot. We only had the one rod out at a time, or one bait out at a time. But it has seemed like, though both baits were working, it seems like the pearl barley has been a little better bite rate. And I still feel like that now. Oh, but I gotta tell you, I'm not so sure that that was a bleak. I think that might have been a small roach. Did that float just disappear? Was that my eyes doing a trick? No, I think it did. Oh, I hate these bites we're missing. I'm not used to how long this rope is, but the line on this new Telestick, fishing at this distance, you just have to pull farther. I need to probably just jerk it out faster. It's harder to get the little, oh my goodness. We're missing so many bites right now. See how quick you can be on it? As soon as that thing started pulling up, I just gave it a little tug and that was it. Nibble here. Wow. Wow. So sleeper. That's kind of cool. Oh, we hit it. That was so close to missing it. So we've got the smaller bleak order done. Almost waited too long there. Ooh, it's a big one. I don't want it to be that close. I think we can say it seems like the bleak is a little better bite rate. Sorry, seems like the pearl barley for bleak is a little better bite rate. Look at this long nibble. This might just be a crucian or something. This one will go down first. The other one's got a nibbler on it. Oh, it's a frog. All right. Got us a frog. All right, let's do. We're gonna do. The current test is bloodworm versus pearl barley. Oh, that was a bite. Maybe. I mean, again, it's a nibbler. It's not a bleak. What? Oh, that's a bleak. That's gone. Yeah, I figured. I figured all that nonsense was a crucian. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Wait, which one is that? I couldn't even tell which line it was. That's a nice bleak. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Lost it. Ooh, I like those casts. There we go. Some good bleak coming out. We are hitting the bleak now. I at least want to get one a little closer to the lilies than that. I think closer to the lilies just has a much better bite rate. But bloodworms has been holding its own. Regardless, bloodworms has been doing quite well, and it's a much easier bait to get if you're really low level. I tell you what, between just the random times that this one's going down and the fact that it's a much longer line, I mean, look at this. I am definitely struggle busing it. We have taken a ride on the struggle bus. There's a roach. You know, I really thought about spending 100 silver on flies. Where was it, Belaya or Old Berg? One of the places had them for pretty reasonable, in all things considered. It wasn't the cheapest. It was like buying 300 of them, but it wasn't as bad as getting them here or Mosquito. It's another sleeper? Yeah. I don't even see the float. I think it's just underwater. I don't know. We were lucky on that bleak. I mean, I wasn't even expecting a fish to be on there. It's a perch. I was trying to pick it up to recast it. Well, that's one way to mess the bite up. there. Bloodworms catching a few more sleepers on average. You would kind of think that, right? Bloodworms, more sleepers. Pearl barley, less sleepers. What just happened? Can't tell which one's a legitimate bite. I think this one is. Oh, nope. If it was, I pulled it too early. All right. Maybe closer in too on the sleepers. We're just like a decent session or two at Belaya away from being level 16. Or a handful of Bream Knights. Oh, that's a bummer. All right. Well, let's see if we made any silver. You know, if we had done that and started early in the day instead of going for Dace, which I'm glad we went for Dace. I wanted to know if Dace were like legitimate there. But we could have easily gotten that other Bleak order done before it ran out of time. Like we would have it now. But there's 18 silver for some Bleak that were non-markers. We could have gotten this Gudgeon order, but it was just 14 silver. And again, it was kind of taken away from, taken away from our Dace focus there for a bit. Oh, 64 more. So that's what, like 90 silver? A little over 90 silver. We definitely are back into the positive. We still have that bait bucket I never opened. But I didn't know if we were going to run out of casters. I couldn't remember where we were with casters. All right. Well, that'll wrap it up. So I'm glad we got some more winding fishing in. I'm just really enjoying winding this go round. And want to try to keep doing a lot of variety as we get closer and closer to 16. We'll need to do a little bit of bream, kind of good old faithful bream. Do some more Belaya because spin fishing's been really fun. But I like getting the float in as well. Okay. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Tight lines.